What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Mike, here with a week 6 update on school. So, halfway point of the semester. It's crazy to believe that we're already, this far. Got, including this week, 7 weeks left of school for this semester, and I just have 12 weeks left for my next semester. And that's it. It's crazy to think, got like 18, 19 weeks left of school. That's nothing, man. That's nothing. June is gonna be here before I know it, so I'm looking forward to crossing that finish line. Relatively soon. I still got some time, so I'm not trying to get that senioritis, but it's coming soon, y'all. So, brief week 16 update about work and school. So, start with work. Work-wise, we had a leadership meeting or a leadership virtual offsite last week. It was half on Thursday, half on Friday, where we learned a lot about like different leadership skills, management skills, like color theory in regards to like if you're like a like what kind of like what color you are with the leadership styles. It's like fiery red, like cool blue, sunshine yellow, and like earthy green or something like that. I think I said this in a video that personality test is the most accurate personality test I've ever taken in my life. It is crazy to think how it's like when I read that, so I was like, yeah, that defines me to a T. It was scary how accurate it was. But like that's still pretty cool. Someone was like, I'm not 100% certain, 100% certain. And then it's like you can be like a dominant color. You can kind of like have like pieces of different colors. And I was just like, yep, that's me, 100%. It was actually really interesting. But yeah, so it was really interesting that kind of fit me. So we did that. We did another personality test that I was like, that fits me too. Very, very accurately. So using those two personality tests, I was like, okay, this is really, really fitting. One thing that was interesting is that we're learning that, and these are things that you think of but you don't really think of also, that whenever you're teaching somebody something, or whenever you're managing somebody, that we always tend to manage or teach them in a way that best suits us. However, that's not always effective if their learning style is different than yours, if they have a different personality trait. Again, the way that it was shaped, it was like, I'm green, so it was like red, blue, green, yellow. And I'm a green, so this is almost polar opposite of a red. And I also have parts of yellow, which is polar opposite of blue. And I also have parts of blue that are polar opposite of yellow. So if you're a green and you're teaching a red like a green, the communication isn't gonna get through because they're different. Their personality types are different. Like their learning styles are different. Their communication styles are different. Same as if you're a yellow and you're trying to teach, a blue, it's gonna be different. However, if you're a blue and you're trying to teach a green, again, if you're a blue and trying to teach a green, since they're so close, there may be parts that they understand. Or if you're a yellow trying to teach a red, that there'll be parts that are that may have some correlation because they're very, very close. So it was interesting that things that you think about that but you don't really kind of put into play. So one of the things that we had to do is, learn about what our color was, our learning style, and also learn how to teach and educate and explain things and even write messages and emails to the other learning style, which I was like, this is very, very handy. I like this. This really fits and just is a really good tie-in to me wanting to learn more about leadership. And again, understand yourself, lead yourself, understand others, lead others. So I was like, this is very, very handy. So like, this is awesome. This works perfectly. So we had that. And then during on the Thursday part of the meeting, we just went through some company updates and things like that. And they have some new positions that'll be opening up soon. So I was like, okay, cool. Y'all know your boy. I'm about trying to grow up and grow out type thing. I'm trying to grow. So I'm looking at positions, and one of the positions that they have that they posted actually on Friday is for a position that's right above me. So I was like, hey, I think I'm going to apply for this. However, I was talking to one of my mentors who pretty much helped me get here, Shalana, and she was like, read this again and think about it again. And I was reading it, and it was for the position above the position that I decided not to apply for because I would do a disservice to the team that I was leading. So I was like, you got like this. I understand what you're saying. And like I said, I respect Shalana. I respect, her words of wisdom to the utmost because, I wouldn't be here without her. So looking at this, I was like, you know what? This makes sense. I'm going to pull my reins back, wait, analyze, see what comes up next. So I'm just going to kind of like, rein myself in a little bit and, wait a little bit. So that popped up. And then they're also talking about other positions that may be opening up. So I was like, okay. And they didn't have like position names or titles or anything like that. But it was like, oh yeah, some other positions may be opening up pretty soon because we're trying to grow and replace fill in like empty spaces and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. Make mental note of that. Keep my eyeballs out for that. Dope. I like it. So I was like, okay. So just think about that, for like over the weekend. And I had my other job also, but I'm kind of gonna stay on track with this, and I'll go to my other job. Having meant to know that, and then I was just talking, thinking about leadership things and things like that, and I was like, what will be next? Because I like to learn, I like to understand things, and then one of the things about leadership is that there's a lot of KPIs and things like that, and as you guys know, there's a lot of things that that prevent progress from happening in a business and personal life. Bottlenecks is pretty much like if there's what's stopping the flow of cash, what's stopping the flow of like oftentimes you hear like a business class say a widget, which is an item, whether it's livestock, whether it's appliances, whether it's furniture. Another name for that is a widget. So what's stopping the flow of widgets and things of that nature. And there is a certification progress called Six Sigma. There's also one called Lean Six Sigma. So I was looking into that. I was like, okay, maybe this, because they have different levels. They have, from what I read, they have white, yellow, green, black, and master black. And then they also have Kaizen, which is a little bit different than Lean Six Sigma, but it's almost on the same route. But it's almost a different thought process. So I was briefly looking into those. And I'm like, okay, let me keep an eye out. Start watching some videos, trying to just understand what these things are about. And of course, it is a course, it is a process, and it's a pretty lengthy process. So like, okay, this may be the next thing that I look into. When? I'm not sure. That may be a 2026 thing because it's gonna be after graduation. Because your boy got enough on his plate right now. So after graduation, how far out after graduation, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like just a Q4 goal for me, if it's going to be a Q3 goal for me, or it's going to be a Q1 of next year goal for me to start looking into like Lean Six Sigma and Kaizen and things of that nature. But it's something I was thinking about. So today I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to some people just to kind of pick their brains a little bit. So I reached out to one of the directors. So it's me, my boss, his boss, her boss. So her boss, I was reaching out to him because we already had a communication previously, and he's a real cool dude. So I was like, hey, I remember that on our virtual offsite, you're talking about different positions. I was curious like what the titles were, what the positions would look like, so on and so forth. So there's like, we're going to look into some different things, try to get some things organized. And he had to go to his boss, who's actually the person I messaged afterwards. He's like, yeah, we're looking into some things, gonna like troubleshoot some things with my boss, and then just kind of figure where things out and kind of lay things out. And I was like, yeah, because I'm graduating pretty soon. I'm just kind of like, looking for our next steps. And, we were talking about that. And he's like, oh yeah, congratulations. I remember, us talking about that, actually 2 years ago already. That's crazy. Like 2 years ago. I'm glad to see that you're, doing this, this far. Congratulations on your upcoming degree, so on and so forth. I was like, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. And as you're getting more information, I'd love to to know more about what's going on, and so just kind of stay in contact. So yeah, he's like, okay, cool. I'm like, dope. So reached out to him, and then I reached out to his boss that was talking about the leadership styles and things like that. They reached out to him, thanked him for the training because he hosted the trainings on both days. And I was like, hey, with your leadership expertise and experience, I was thinking about looking into Lean Six Sigma, and just kind of like was curious about your thoughts about it, if it makes sense, if it doesn't, just kind of like picking your brain about it a little bit. And he was like, okay. He's looking into it a little bit. He doesn't have the certifications or the trainings yet, but they're actually looking into a consultant for that. So he was like, yeah, we're looking to a consultant for that, and like once we get that taken care of, like he's like, yeah, I may let you know about it and so on and so forth. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to learn about it. And he was like, do you have like any experience with her? He's like, do you know much about it? And I was like, I have my MBA, and there's talking about like about bottlenecks and some certain things like that, but I don't know as much about Lean Six Sigma as I could. But I do know there's Lean Six Sigma, there's Kaizen. I may be mispronouncing it. But I know there are like different kind of aspects of it. But I would love to know a little bit more about it, just so I can if I can make a wise decision. She was like, yeah, no, as you're doing your research, just keep me updated. Let me know what you're learning, what makes sense, so on and so forth. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing some research, just to see what I can find out, see what makes sense, and kind of like keep in contact that way. So that was a pretty cool thing that happened. That was just today. We also had like some merit increase conversations, and there's also a HIPAA meeting that happened today. There was 4 different options throughout the week that you can go this week and next week. So I was like, I'm not gonna watch the HIPAA video today. I'm gonna watch it next week, because we actually have time set aside for our coaches to watch it. So like, I'll probably just watch it whenever they're watching it, type thing. I'm also going to watch the merit increase video again. They're saying some things that was like, this is a little confusing, didn't fully make sense to me. I'll watch it again. I'll do it like the next time they have a because they pretty much talk about the same exact thing. I think that they're going to record and actually play for the next 2. But I was like, I'll go and watch it next time, just to kind of understand it a little bit more in depth. Because things are a little bit different this year than they were last year. So I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it again. So that's pretty much happened today. It was a pretty chill day in regards to that job. Hospital job. There's something that happened with the charges. Like whenever you see a patient, you have to, it's like you have to say what you did. It's like, oh, I did this. You have to put in a computer into a billing system, and so on and so forth. So apparently, there's something that happened with the billing system that said I double charged somebody. I'm like, I ain't double charged nobody. So I messaged my boss. I'm like, hey, I just got told this. This is what they're seeing. Da 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 da. And she said, okay, I'll go and take care of it. So she looked at the charges, looked at my paper. She said, oh, there must have been a glitch in the system because you wrote everything down. So I'll go ahead and update that. So I'm like, sweet. Appreciate your boss, lady. So that was cool. For school, again, week 6. It's crazy to think that we're this far in already. Almost there. So close, so close. We have a meeting coming up on Wednesday, so a live class, so I have to miss the gym, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, but it's all good. I maybe take like a 20 or 30 minute walk before the class actually starts, because the class is from like 7 to like 8:45 or something like that. They'll probably end up taking a walk, and instead of going to the gym, because I don't have time to go to the gym. So again, I talk about with exercise, have a plan A, B, and C. So we have a virtual class coming up on Wednesday. Earlier today, I was looking at my computer to see if my last 2 committee members responded to the emails previously. Still no response. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and shoot them a text message, just kind of check up. Shot them a text message. I heard back from one of them, like, hey, thank you for the nudge. I'm gonna go ahead and get this taken care of. I should have it to you by tomorrow. So Tuesday. So I'm like, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. Haven't heard from the last one. I'm gonna keep my ears out, keep my eyes out, and hopefully I get a response pretty soon, whether it's a text message or whether it's just the email pop up, because obviously I can't progress without that. So I need that last person to respond. So got that going on, and there's a video that we have to watch before our class. It's called, the title of it is Conflict Resolution in Healthcare with a particular foundation. Not sure if I can say the foundation, so I'm just going to say it with a particular foundation. It's about an hour-long video, so I'm going to go ahead and start that, get that taken care of. For my big project for this class, again, we have to do 2 slides, because unfortunately, we had 2 people drop from my group. So we have 2 sections. We have to do 2 slides per. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that. I'll probably watch this video, play some instrumental R&B type stuff, and then go ahead and get started on that. Cause I already have one slide per section done. You just need to add another slide per section, and it shouldn't take me that long to find the information that I need to update the slides and things like that. It shouldn't take me that long, so I'm not too worried about it. So I'll go ahead and get that knocked out tonight. But that's pretty much what I had. Oh, another crazy thing again with time coming up. It's tax season, so people working on their taxes. I haven't started mine yet. I may do mine. I usually do mine by myself, but I know that my mom, she went to someone to do her taxes for the past couple of years, so I may look into that. I'm like, but free versus having someone do it, I'm not sure. If you guys have any suggestions, drop a comment. Let me know what you prefer. Again, I've done mine for the past couple of years. We usually go to Goodwill because they had some people get doing it there. So we used to go to Goodwill. They stopped that. I forgot why they stopped that. Probably because the panorama that happened a couple of years ago. So we used to go to Goodwill, and I was doing it on for free at home. But I may look into somebody, see if they can see what they can do if there's anything different. But again, my taxes aren't that complicated. They are a little more complicated this year than they were last year because I have a high yield savings account this year. So I had to put tax information in for that, but that's the only major thing that's complicated, if you will. So I may look into that to see if it's better to just do it at home again, or just go to people and have them do it. I'm not sure how much it's gonna cost. Hopefully it's not too much. But I may look at the website and see if there's any pricings or things like that. So I'm gonna get that done. I actually need to pay for my cruise because we already. I think I may have told you guys, may have not, but graduation, after graduation so graduation's in August, tentatively as of right now. This last thing I saw is still August 15th. So keep your eyes out because once this class is done, once I start the next class, once I'm getting things moving with that next class, your boy's gonna be talking about the whole process. Once I'm done with that class, your boy's gonna be talking about it. Once I'm done with that class, get my paper graded, I'm gonna bind my 3 big projects. I'm gonna bind my internship paper. I'm gonna bind my practicum paper, and I'm gonna bind my my health community paper. Like all 3 of them together in just one thing. Because again, just like a little, hey, these are some big papers you worked on. You're not this thing out the park, boy. Pat yourself on the back. You did your thing. So I'm gonna record that. And once I get my fancy hat, I'm gonna record that. And once I'm to go down to Fort Lauderdale, your boy's gonna record that. So your boy's got a lot of recording, that's coming up in the near future, relatively near future. And once I walk across the stage with that big DR in front of his name, your boy's gonna record out, find a way to get some recordings in. Your boy. So I'm gonna get that taken care of. But again, celebration is gonna be a graduation cruise, so I'm gonna record that. I just have to pay for it. We got pay week coming this week, so I may just pay for it this week. I was like, should I pay for it? With this check, should I pay for it? Because we have to pay for it by June. So should I pay for it this check? Should I pay for it with my tax refund? Because I'm hoping I'm getting a tax refund. Because I paid too much. I do have to get my benefits adjusted. Because I heard that it's not a good thing to get a big tax refund. Because pretty much when you get a big tax refund, that means that you're giving the government a whole bunch of money. They invest it, and they're giving you back a little bit of what they invested. So if you can keep more of your money, you're giving them less. You're loaning out less money, so you're giving you a smaller loan back. If you can they said if you have to pay them a little bit, that's actually better than getting a big refund back. And I guess it kind of does make sense because it means that you're just giving out a bunch of money. You're just giving out money, giving out money. So you're getting a bunch back. That means how much you actually give out. You know what I mean? So once I do my taxes, I'll see what that number looks like, and then kind of go from there. But I'm going to pay for my cruise in one fell swoop because I have the money for my cruise. Because one thing about me, your boy can save money. The boy is relatively good with saving money. Call it saving money, call it being cheap, whichever you prefer. But your boy is good at it. So I have the money for my last semester. I have the money for my cruise. and I have the money for some other stuff I'm trying to plan, but I do want to keep, okay, obviously we're gonna keep saving up some money, because I got some other financial goals I'm gonna try to reach relatively soon. So I'm gonna pay for my cruise, and then I still haven't reached out to my teacher. I need to reach out to her, to see how soon I need to book her for my graduation photo shoot and how much it's gonna cost. Because obviously your boy's gonna have to pay for that. Unless she wants to say like, hey, congratulations, here's a gift. That'd be pretty dope. But I have to pay for that, so I'm gonna get that taken care of. But I'm not too worried about the cost because I have the money saved up already. So your boy got some big things coming up. But again, that was the week 6 update. Some pretty big stuff coming up on the horizon. I'm glad to see that my full time is growing. Part time, we had the whole blood incident, at work. But again, it's a hospital, so what I expect to happen. We had that incident that happened on Saturday. Apparently something happened with the billing, so we gotta take care of that. School is going pretty fast. Week 6 already. Got like 3 big things I gotta worry about, but I'm gonna finish my part pretty much tonight and just post them in my group chat. So I'm like, hey, I finished my parts. This is what I got for y'all. So yeah, that's what I got. Things are going by pretty fast, y'all. But that's just a brief update. Yeah, love to chop it up with you guys. If there's anything else that pops up, let me know what's going on. All right, later.